had a scary bear encounter, and I do mean scary. It was fucking frightening on the Bells Gap Trail up at Tyrone Bellwood Way. I was doing the whole trail, the whole 6.3 miles out and back for 12.6, whatever. I made it to 6.3 and was coming back probably about 2-3 tenths in from the 6.3, like from the far end. I just had an applesauce electrolyte thing that I was wanting to eat. Then I was looking at my watch. I happened to like lift my head back up to look at the trail, and I see this movement on the side of the hill. It's about, a 20-foot bank or whatever you want to call it, and some high grass. And I noticed it was black. I'm like, what the hell is that? At first I was like, wait a minute, is that like a feral pig or something? Like for some reason I thought feral pig right away. And I was, wait a minute, that's a baby cub, bear cub. And I'm like, oh shit. I was like, shit, where's the mother? First thing's like, as soon as I realized it was a bear, I was like, where's the mother? Where's the mother? I looked directly to my left on that bank, probably 10 yards deep into the woods up on that like 20-foot bank. There's mother bear staring directly at me, and she was giving me the death stare. I'll tell you what, me and her locked eyes, and it looked like her ears were back, and it looked like I was about ready to get my ass pounced. Luckily I saw that cub. If I probably would have kept running and not noticed it, my ass probably would have been mauled or trampled, whatever you want to call it. Wow, that was some scary shit. I stopped dead in my tracks, realized what was going on in the situation I was. I fucking, no, you're not supposed to run, but my ass just fucking bolted back towards the gate, because the gate, the turnaround where I was going, maybe, I don't know, another 10 yards past the gate, there's like a road, like an actual like 2-lane highway road. I was like, I gotta get to there and get some help, get that fuck out of here. Man, like I'm smiling and shit now because I'm still a little nervous and shaken up about it, but I took off and I was frightened as I kept looking back as I'm running, looking back. I was like, shit, is she coming? She coming? She coming? Not knowing what's going on, just trying to get some distance away, and hopefully she's not running at me in the woods where I can't see, because I'm looking like down the trail. I can't see what's happening on the bank in the woods above me. Luckily she didn't come at me or come after me. I got to the end of the trail, and thank God there was a vehicle. Some kid was getting ready to go in the woods on his bike. I started yelling, hey, hey, hey. He realized something was going on, so he didn't continue to ride his bike, and he took me back to the start at the trailhead, like the Tyrone side. But man, that was close encounter. Like I wouldn't say I was in between the two, because it was still angled on the hill. They were still on the same side. But I'll tell you what, that look that she was giving me, that mother bear, I'm telling you, if I would have kept going down the trail, because that's where the cub took off, was on the bank down the side of the trail, it might not have ended well for me today. But as I'm running back, I'm also like puking up that applesauce, because like the adrenaline rush, like I'm like puking like on my shorts and stuff. Not much, just like spitting up some, just from like the adrenaline rush, like fear going through my body, because it was scary as shit at the time, because it caught me off guard. I had no bear spray, no gun, nothing. And it was just like I was in a bad situation. I knew I was in a bad situation. I knew I had to get out of there right away and not just stand there and look or make some noise or whatever, because that cub was running. So yeah, luckily that kid took me. I felt bad because I was dripping in sweat. He said he didn't mind. He was a really nice kid. I talked to him a little bit. But yeah, so be careful if you're going to be on the Bells Gap Trail and go the whole way to the end, like where the game lands, woods parts of it are. Because there's definitely a mother and cub in that area. Not saying that they're going to stay there, but they were definitely along the trail at like 7 p.m. today when it was still daylight out. So, wow, that was the first time I was near a mother and cub in my life, and I did not like that feeling, and I felt definitely scared to death. And when I say scared to death, I do mean scared to death. And even like when I was running this, like I started to run because I was actually going to go to the 6 to 10 trail today, but it was raining in Duncansville, but not up here in Tyrone. So I pivoted up the Bells Gap. And as I started running, I was like, man, just today's just not your day. You're like, the body just didn't feel like it wanted to run. And every mile I was going, it's just like, man, you just need to quit today and turn around. And I was like, no, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to see what I could do, because I was trying to do like a tempo speed work run today. It would have been like 12.6 miles, and I was just like, you just keep going, just pushing through, you know, whatever. At one point I did stop at like 5 miles or 4.5, somewhere around there. I was like, all right, I'm just done for the day, because I blew up bad. I started heading back like 10-15 feet, and then I turned back around. I was like, no, you're gonna finish this today since you drove up here, wasted time. But something, I guess that was somebody's way, God's way, somebody's way of telling me not to continue on today. Just the way my body felt after every step I was taking. Legs were tired, I was blowing up really bad, getting overheated. And wow, yeah, I guess that was my warning sign to just turn around and get that F out of there today and not be on the trail. Should have listened, but I was being too stubborn and, you know, trying to toughen myself up. But wow, never in my life have I been that scared. Well, I mean, I've been that scared before in my life, but from wildlife encounters, and that was the first time, like I said, mother and cub, I've encountered that in the middle of the woods. And that's not a feeling that you want to feel when you don't have no protection at all on you. So be careful and be aware of your surroundings. And I was wearing my headphones, so I wouldn't have heard them at all coming at me. If she was running down through the woods, it would have been too late. I wouldn't have seen that cub running through the woods either. I wouldn't have heard it running through the woods. I just happened to see it. So, wow. If I have 9 lives, I definitely lost 1 or 2 today.